Hello, this is Francisco again. I am here at the garden. I want to share with you a couple of things. So here we have two garden beds. Right behind me you see some beds covered with plastic. Essentially this is the second year that I'm growing here in this particular bed. Last year I solarized like I show you in another video. And here I am actually growing potatoes, we're growing garlic, and things are going really well. So essentially, what I did after I solarized last year was cover the beds with cardboard and then put alpaca manure on top. So this is the second year. We have some potatoes, potato onions, and what I want to share with you really is about how I manage my soils. So this is a small garden, and what I do at the end of the fall is I drive around collecting leaves, essentially the bags of leaves that people put outside, and I save that over the winter. I usually put them on top of my beds, and usually during the winter I cover all the beds with leaves. And what it does is protects the soil from freezing, and the carbon on the leaves, essentially leaves are a brown material, they decompose over winter and they continue to feed the soil life. So by doing that, I keep essentially the biology of the soil active over winter, protecting from really freezing and killing everything that is in there, and keeps a lot of the earthworms and a lot of those critters going all winter long. And then part of why I do this is also for weed management. So as you can see here, there is a lot of different a lot of different plants growing, and there are some weeds here and there, but year after year, I have to do a less and less weed management. And again, these beds, before we got here, were covered with wheat, not wheat. So you still will see some of them popping up, but overall, mulching heavily throughout the season, especially in the fall after everything it's done, really allows me to have to do very little weed management. I usually come to this garden every other week, and I don't have to water. I don't have to manage weeds, so it's a really good deal. Here you can see some beets growing, some close-ups of the radishes, and the beets this year really did awesome. Uh, Moving along, Brandywine tomatoes, giant ones. I mean, that's like probably close to 2 pounds. One tomato. Some yacon, which is getting smothered by a tomato plant, but this is a Peruvian tuber related to sunflowers. And down here we have zucchini galore. Some onions that I harvested last time. I need to pick them up. And moving along, kales, lacinato kales. That is just a phenomenal plant. It has a beautiful silver color. It just reads health. More brassicas, broccolis, banana peppers, more squash, and these are actually green beans that have gone to seed because my brother has picked them up, so they have gone to seed. So I'm gonna let them just go to seed for next year. And further along, more tomatoes, and we have this new variety of tomatoes called indigo, and it's beautiful flowers, beautiful fruit. Purple tomatoes. I'm gonna be doing some cleanup, just cutting some of the leaves to allow for better air circulation in this tomato patch. Further down here, diving into here, so we have some summer squash that is trying to be picked up. So we'll be doing that today. Back here we have some cabbages. And some tomato overgrown. Yeah, this is what the garden looks like in late summer. And I'm gonna get ready to do a pretty thorough cleanup to make sure there is enough air circulation to avoid some of the diseases, the fungi that would usually prey on these plants late summer. But overall, everything has done beautifully this year, and the plants have grown nicely and pretty much disease free, knock on wood. Thank you for staying tuned. I know this was a bit of a long, meandering video, but as you can see, there's a lot that you can do in a small plot of land. Managing the soil, protecting the soil, you get a ton of food, you learn a lot, and this is really just a community garden. So it's a great experience, and I am learning a ton. So thank you for staying tuned. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.